Hello, filmmakers and film enthusiasts. My name is Ron Tomano, city producer of the Albuquerque 48-Hour Film Project, and we welcome you to our very first episode of 48 Stories. Our new television podcast show is going to tell the stories of our participants of the Albuquerque 48-Hour Film Project, as well as our community partners who are making a difference in our film industry.
Today we'll be highlighting our 2023 regular season with a brief recap of events, followed by in-depth team interviews of our participants. Today we'll hear from our winning team, Space Age Daydream, and watch their film, Lucky Numbers, followed by Ariel Ash Productions and their film, Cosmic Consumption.
But first, what is the 48-Hour Film Project? Here in Albuquerque, we are in one of 110 plus cities from around the world where filmmakers get to write, shoot, and edit their own films in 48 hours or less. However, each team must choose a random genre and use a random prop, line of dialogue, and character in each film. Each city-winning film goes on to compete at Filmapalooza, where the best performing films go on to the Cannes Film Festival. In Albuquerque, our winning film also goes on to compete at AFMX. However, we're much more than just a movie-making competition. We pride ourselves in our community outreach while inspiring others to create and captivate. The Albuquerque chapter of the 48-Hour Film Project just completed its 18th season with 43 teams participating. That's the most teams we've had since 2015. We outreach by hosting 5 meet, greet, and join parties at StoryQuest Studios, 2 workshops to write, shoot, and edit for the 48 at the Albuquerque Film and Media Incubator, and a virtual online session for our new website via Zoom. We had additional support from Albuquerque City Lifestyle, who printed our upcoming events and highlighted our award ceremony, the Freedom and Music Project, Jason and Thomas of the Recognition Place, who engraved this year's awards from Nambe, which were donated by an anonymous donor. Lorraine Toros of Sun Business Forms and Advertising Specialists, who created our unique flash drives with our logo this year. Mei Lee, who created our welcome team graphics and took some photos of our premiere screenings and award ceremony. Matt, who took photography of our award ceremony. Hillary Markham, who organized the engravings and awards. And of course, my right-hand woman, Jeanette Ferry, who is the publisher of Albuquerque City Lifestyle magazine. We held a kickoff event at the Studio West to a packed crowd of 100 plus people. Teams chose their random genres through our new randomization boards, with famous directors, actors, and movie characters. Afterwards, teams received their required prop, which was an earring, a character, which was Darren or Debbie Poe, a sports reporter, and the line of dialogue, which this year was, "There's something missing here," or "There is something missing here." After receiving the elements, teams rushed out to start working on their films. We also shared everyone's progress towards the end of the competition online through our digital drop-off show on YouTube. 2 weeks later, we double-screened all films at the Guild Cinema, followed by after-parties at Tractor Brewing Company in Nob Hill. During the time between our premiere screenings and award ceremonies, our judges took the time to review each and every single film. This year, our judges were Ron Weisberg of StoryQuest Studios, Ivan Weiner of Albuquerque Film and Music Experience, and Carmen Dahlman of the High Desert Screen. The following week, we held a special awards ceremony at Fusion 708. Then a few weeks later, we held a best of screening at Fusion 708, where filmmakers got to see the top 15 films and share their stories with us on camera. And that's what you're about to hear right now. Interviews that were recorded during our best of screening. We start off with the team Space Age Daydream, who won this year's 48-Hour Film Project with their film, Lucky Numbers.
Takeout?
From Waylai.
I thought we were going to Waylai.
Game starts at 6.
Didn't they give you the night off?
Just because I'm not on the air right now doesn't mean I can tune out. Miller's got bases loaded. It's 3-1. Williams has already thrown 2 balls. Plus I got a lot of money on this one.
You're so boring.
What could possibly be boring about bases loaded? Plus, with your lucky numbers, a shoo-in.
Can I actually eat it this time?
As long as you're sure your lucky numbers will get us our win.
Your win. Oddly specific. Sure, weird cookie. Oh.
Hiya, kiddo.
Holy for you, me?
How'd you get that so quick?
I'm observant.
I know, but still.
So what's going on? Wait, let me guess. Dad's possessed by some type of ancient evil. Are you here to give me powers? Do you have powers? Oh my god, do we actually grow up to be a time-traveling witch?
Whoa, slow down, kid. Okay, long story short, yes, and yes-ish, if you consider gambling addictions ancient evils and psychic communications through time as powers.
It's good enough for me. But wait, there's something missing here. How do you send me the messages on the cookies?
Psychic cookies?
Right, obvious. So how are we gonna do this?
Think you can get Papa Poe into some fine jewelry?
Yeah, I think I can manage.
Ah!
Hi, Dad.
Oh. Daniela? What happened?
Oh, Darren, haven't you heard? I'm a time-traveling witch now. Just like I always wanted. But you said was impossible.
You got older.
That's what happens when you're not paying attention, buddy. I outgrew you. Your games, gambling habits, all your priorities.
I don't have time for this. I gotta get back to my game.
Always the sports reporter. Can you step out of your job for 2 seconds? I take you to a magical realm where we can talk despite existing decades apart, and you're worried about the game.
That's right. You're older. You must remember who won. You gotta help your old dad out.
Funny you bring that up. This one will tell you everything you need to know about your precious little game. You know, I actually learned magic from a street bum. That guy Raymond hangs out on the corner of 4th and Main. He is an actual wizard. He taught me everything I know one night. One bad night. You lost so much money. Of course, it was my fault. Because those lucky numbers. But this is a chance to change all that. You win this one, it's gonna change everything for her. And for me too. This version of myself that I love, and we both know she loves, will cease to exist. You know, my life was never easy, but it was always remarkable. So what's it gonna be, sport?
How cool is she? Me. We.
You sure are something, kid.
Good fortune?
I think it's a winner.
I'm here with our city winning team, Space Age Daydream, and team members.
Camille Carlson.
And Brandon Carter.
So first off, congratulations on winning the Albuquerque 48-Hour Film Project for 2023. Going to Lisbon, Filmapalooza 2024. So super excited for you guys. Congratulations. I do want to pick your brains a little bit, though. Okay. So, you drew buddy fantasy film, correct?
Yes.
Describe to us the writing process and how difficult it was to try to infuse both genres into one film in 6 minutes.
It was very, very difficult. So our writing sessions started out with, we had a brainstorming session at a brewery. It was us two and John Barr, and we just kind of brainstormed about ideas of how me and Reagan, the girl who played the young version of me, how we would kind of interact. And the jumping off point was kind of like my family and the story isn't necessarily based off my family, but just some emotions that I personally had been feeling about, my past and my childhood. So that was a jumping off point. And then once we got back from the brewery, we sat down at about 11 p.m. and we actually didn't have a script until probably noon, maybe 11 or noon the next day. We didn't really have anything from about 11 p.m. to maybe 2 or 3 a.m. I decided to go to bed. He stayed up and kept writing, so he wrote a script from about 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. while I slept, and then when I woke up, I wrote a script. I read his. I was not a fan of it. So as it goes, creative differences and all that. So then from about 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., I wrote my own version of the script. I woke him up. He read it. He hated it. So what we did then was took a step back from it. We tried to maybe come up with some ideas that were different than our original concept, to see if maybe there was something that we could agree on a little bit more. We did not find a different idea we could agree on more. We almost got to the point where we played rock, paper, scissors to decide whose script we were going to do, and neither of us really liked that option, so we ended up just kind of Frankensteining our two scripts together, and that's what made it into the movie.
So Lucky Numbers is a Frankenstein of two scripts.
Yes.
Absolutely it is.
I love it. I love it. What I also love, too, is the young actress you have, Reagan Dean, who also won a Fusion Award for Outstanding Actor. How did you come across Reagan?
So we were part of another film festival called Fronteras that we put on with Dustwave, who also participated in this year's 48. And Dusty Dean made an animated short film for that festival, and his daughter is Reagan. We ran into them at that festival, and we thought she's a dead ringer for Camille, and that also really helped with not only the buddy element but the fantasy element. We're like, okay, this is an older and a younger version of the same person. We can incorporate that into this 48 somehow, and it just worked out. So we reached out and just said, hey, do you want to do this? And she was so excited to, and when she got on set, she was fantastic. She was so good, and we were just so happy to work with her, and it seemed like she was super happy to work with us and just be a part of this. And actually at the screening, the first night, we got out and people were coming up to her and saying, oh, you did such a great job. And we were like, oh, you're getting a lot of compliments. And she's like, 12, I'm counting. And that was so good.
That is so super funny, and she had a lot of character to her too. She also did our Q&A session as well during our premiere screening. So it is super cute and awesome actress. Talk about your special effects in your film, because that was really impressive.
Thank you. Well, yeah, that was actually interesting. So that was not the original plan. So originally what we were trying to do was get a location. We wanted to shoot at a local restaurant that was listed on the Albuquerque Film Office website, ABC Chinese. And I looked them up, and it looked like they were temporarily closed, which I was really excited for, because that meant, they probably weren't doing regular service. They might be a little bit more able to accommodate. So I was calling and emailing, and I wasn't getting any responses. But they had a lot of photos on their website, and I was like, I guess we could just draw the setting. And so that's actually how that came about, was like the lack of a place that we had to film. So we just decided, let's take this opportunity and let's embrace it and let's make it the sparkle of our film. And so that's how that ended up coming about. And then we just had a lot of fun, using that to our advantage and doing a lot of fun stuff with color. We were really heavily inspired by a comic by a graphic novelist named Brenna Thumler. She has this amazing series, it's called Sheets, and we were really inspired by the coloring of that. So that's kind of where all that pink imagery came from. And then on the day that we were planning to submit on Sunday, we actually just had a little bit of extra time. So we ended up doing the animation that was like the flower transformation. And so that's how that kind of ended up coming about. That also was not planned. It was just kind of a little last minute addition that was really happy made it into the film.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but first of all, I'm just blown away with all the special effects you put into your film and able to pull that off in 48 hours. But you were actually also the first team to have their film submitted out of anybody.
I attribute that to us not sleeping and over planning. I think that we did a little too much work on the front end, and because we were anticipating a lot of the difficulties that we came across last year, technical difficulties and just taking too much time to film, and us having a lot of effects needing to green screen all that. So seriously, he did not really sleep doing any of the effects. So I just attribute it to cramming it all in the time we were supposed to be sleeping.
And one final thought for anybody looking to participate in the 48-hour, what advice would you give?
Just do it. Have fun and have the confidence in your ideas to just try and execute it. And we didn't have fun all the time, and I wish we had, because everything we worried about ended up not being the problems. We encountered completely different problems. So nothing that you're afraid of is what's going to actually bite you. It's going to be something else completely. But that's the learning process, and it's fun and it's different every time. And it's been just so rewarding, especially the people that we've met doing this. Every other team has been so supportive, so kind. The people that we've gotten to meet and work with, it's just been a dream.
Yeah, I would just say there are going to be a lot of hurdles, and you're going to try to plan everything out, and you're going to try to iron out those details so that you're not going to come across the problems, and that's not going to work. So what you need to do is work on flexibility and make sure that you're ready for whatever comes, because there are going to be hurdles that there's just no way you're going to be able to see. So be flexible, flex all those creative muscles, use every tool you have at your disposal, and just try to have fun.
And with that, I thank you so very much for being a part of this Series 48 and also participating in our upcoming horror, Space Age Nightmare.
And now the film Cosmic Consumption by Ariel Ash Productions.
Debbie Poe. Ronald Jane. Welcome to the expansion of your consciousness. This isn't your ordinary psychedelic pop-up. This is a dive into the philosophy of the soul. A chance for you to examine yourselves, your place in society. Can you survive in this world with grace and dignity?
Bro, we're just here to get fancy. Babe, those are those earrings I got you.
Yeah. It took me forever to try and find something gaudy to wear with them. Are we taking your jet to Ibiza, or are we flying commercial? There's something missing here.
Debbie Poe! I am a huge fan of your work. You broke the glass ceiling for sports reporting. I wouldn't have the courage to pursue my dreams if it weren't for you.
I'm sorry, is it just because I'm a female I'm supposed to be your mentor? Ew. Oh, wait. We need bread.
She thinks she can just come up and talk to you? You're A-list.
These people just think that they have access. I mean, who's next? That guy?
I feel like a god.
You are a god.
I am a god!
Hold on to your chair. Ronald Chang has ascended into godhood. Meanwhile, Debbie Poe is entering the white knuckle fight of the season. It's 3rd and 1, and she's ready to rise to the occasion. Blue 42! Blue 42!
Feels so good. It's better than an orgasm.
Ibiza!
You don't want to be god.
Panic! Panic! What?
Did you think that just because I'm a female, I'm supposed to mentor you through this experience?
I don't want to be God. I love you.
Welcome back to Earth. Your quest is complete. I offer you a choice. The way you feel right now. Clean, pure, this luminous emptiness. You can have that forever. I'm offering you the locus of meaning, purpose, community.
Yes, we want it.
What do we do now?
All you have to do is relinquish your privilege, your fame, your wealth.
Does this mean we don't get to go to Ibiza anymore?
Ugh. Nah, we're good.
Fair enough. This leads us to our final course. We give thanks to Ronald and Debbie with grace and dignity. Enjoy.
It's delicious.
Would anyone care for some bread?
Okay, so I'm here with Josh Domingo. He is from Ariel Ash Productions, team lead, and he made the film Cosmic Consumption. So let's talk about your film. So the genre you pulled, social commentary. Man, that's a tricky genre to kind of write about, but you guys did a really good job pulling it off. Tell me about your writing process. What made you come up with this idea?
Yeah, it all really came together. We had a team of people, team of thinkers. We got the genre that evening. We all met up. We all kind of came up with different ideas, and then from there, we decided on one. And kind of somebody actually came up with the end first, and we built it around that.
So you had the ending first, and then you built all the way to the beginning. So you worked backwards.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to get as much in place as we could, just in terms of like, okay, these people are going to be in it. We'll try and like, what locations do we have? And we went around that.
Wow, that's amazing. So what who did you contact with the costumes? Because you had like varying different costumes on those psychedelic scenes there. I mean, how did you coordinate all that?
That was all our director. Our director really, they were a vet, has done these before, and that was like their connection, and I think they got it. They're the ones that got it together.
So is this your first year as a team lead?
This is my first year as a team lead, yes. Last year I joined another one, and I brought someone else into that one, and we made friends with the other people in that, and then the people whose team that we were on last year, they left Albuquerque to travel. So we made our own team, and here we are.
Talk about the editing process, though, because there was a lot of different. It seemed like there was a lot of different color correction, especially when you're going through those psychedelic scenes there.
Sure. So that was the thing about this, is that we did not have one like single dedicated editor. We had like a team of the three of the people that were like kind of in the think tank. I had tried to find an editor beforehand, like last minute, and I was not able to. And everybody kind of put their heads together, and I wasn't in it, but the other people put their heads together and were able to kick that out.
That's awesome. And any word of advice for any 48er for doing this for the very first time?
Go in with an open mind, be able to adapt and prepare as much as you can beforehand, in terms of like, I don't know, having a few couple locations as possibilities. We sort of brainstormed beforehand, like, okay, well, if we had these genres, like, what could we do? So we kind of just had a bunch of ideas, and that's how it came out.
If you'd like to share your 48 story with us, please email us at albuquerque@48hourfilm.com. You can rewatch this entire episode online or download the podcast from the platforms listed on your screen. And be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to us at ABQ48HFP on social media, or visit our website, 48hourfilm.com/Albuquerque, for more information about upcoming events and competitions. So until next time, Albuquerque, this is Ron Tomeno saying, go out and make a movie.